In this video, I'll be showing you how to pull height map reports from Sitelink3D in Topcon Office. When you open up Topcon Office, the first thing you need to do is click New Project. Now that the project is opened, I will need to go to the top drop-down screen menu that says Sitelink3D. What I'll need to do first is connect to Sitelink3D. I'm going to tap on that. It will auto-connect if you set that parameters to do so. It's going to ask me what organization I want to be on as I create this. Professional Services Training. The site, 7933 Training Site 2024, and I'm going to say OK. Now that I've connected to that Sitelink3D site, I can go ahead and enter the height map reports that have been taken. Inside of the portal, I can also create a new report inside of Topcon Office as well. In this scenario, we'll be using existing reports taken from the field. The two reports I'm going to be using is 1210 and 1218. I want to import in the 1210 XYZ file from a height map report. I'm going to click on it and import. The point cloud screen pops up, and what I want to first do is tap on the points that were imported, and I want to rename that. This is going to be called 1210 Topo. I'm going to say OK. What I want to now do is create a DTM from these points to compare. Surfaces. Gonna click Create DTM from Point Cloud. 1210 Topo for the points. There's 3,400 points. And then what I'm gonna do is actually say by boundary and say pick boundary. I'm gonna close this screen now, and I'm going to pick the boundary for where I want the surface to be created from. I'm going to say Create DTM. Now that this surface is created, I'm going to come down to DTM Manager and change the color of it. I don't want both my surfaces to be the same color, so I'm going to change this one. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn off the mesh on it to kind of hide it, because I'm going to create another surface. So I'm going to go back to Sitelink3D, and I'm going to go to Height Map. I'm going to select the 1218. I'm going to import it to my point cloud. And I'm going to highlight it, right-click, and then rename it. 1218. Topo. Say OK. I want to do the same thing. Create DTM. Select the boundaries on it. We're done with the height map window. I can close it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead now and come in here and select my boundary. Hit Escape. Say Great, Create DTM. Now that I have my two surfaces, I can go ahead and close my point clouds. I no longer need that. My DTM Manager, I just let it sit there. It doesn't harm me. I could turn off my surface mesh if I want. Set whichever one to current. The one with the stars current. So, do that, whichever one's another red one's current. So from there, what I want to do is I want to compute the volumes between the two. So I'm going to go to Surface, Compute. It says Compute Volume between two surfaces and boundary. Now my design surface is 1210. That's the original, and my natural surface that is there today is 1218. Not going to mess with the other settings, and I'm going to say OK. So now I have this report. Inside of this report, you're going to notice there's some darker letters and some lighter letters. By right-clicking on that area, I can either turn on that information or turn it off. This basically makes it so that when I hit OK and I save my report, the only thing it's actually saving is the darker areas. It's not saving the lighter. So most of the information that I'm looking for in this situation is the net value. So the difference between cut and fill. So I have cut 37 yards this week between the two surfaces that I created. On site, I'll say OK. It's going to pull up another tab with the report. Let's close the surfaces here. And like I said, the only thing that I had highlighted in darker letters is the reports that I got. So there it is, 1210 topo, 1218 was the design, and then the natural. And I can go ahead and say save as. This is my third report this week that I've been pulling, or this month that I've been pulling. I'm going to go ahead and put that in my downloads folder. And I'm going to say save. There it is. And then I could go ahead and close the project, save the project, whatever I need to do with it.